Galloway looking to drive, lays it off to Pettis. Pettis top of the key, tough shooting day yesterday, but today knocks down to 3. And the Explorers are on the board first. Pettis went 1 for 11 yesterday.
Reverse tomahawk down.
Low post turnaround jumper off the glass and in. Jarrell Wright makes it an 8-0 game. He struggled yesterday with turnovers, but very strong facing the rim there.
Two.
Pettis fakes the 3 to Wright for the easy layup. Laid it in with a soft jam. Didn't quite pull it down, but that's a great high-low pulled out for the Bronx. Now he drives, takes it to the rack, and an offensive foul. Yep, wave it off as Earl Pettis sneaked underneath there and drew the charge. 15:46 to play first half. Big start for the Explorers. They lead at 12-4. We'll be back to the Palestra in the Philly Hoop Group Classic after this.
Pointer the first time you touched the ball coming into the game, and that's what Peterson did. It was well short. It led to transition the other way for Ryder.
Devin White on the baseline. Tyreek Dern just hit the deck trying to cut inside. So White goes baseline, forces the layup, and draws the foul. Attention drawn to the perimeter where Tyreek Dern was going to have it cut through the lane, but he just fell to the ground. Dern on the bench. Foul line extended. Pettis to the high poster. Lopez. Mills a drive and a kick to Galloway for 3. Ramon Galloway nails the 3. The Explorers up by 12.
Well, they made 3 out of 22 yesterday. They've already made 3 today in the first 6 minutes and 15 seconds.
Screen. Devin White hands it right off to Mills. And then Mills takes the 3. He drains it. Sam Mills knocks down a triple. The Explorers have already almost doubled their 3-point output from yesterday.
They made 3 all of yesterday.
Ramon Galloway now calls out the set at midcourt. Puts Steve Zach on the low post. Now he drives, takes Miles to the rack. High off the glass and in. Ramon Galloway not to be denied.
That's a tough shot.
Trying to extend the lead. They're up by 11. Duran lays it off for Mills for 3. Pow! Sam Mills drills the 3. Timeout, Ryder. This is what we saw to the Explorers in those first 2 wins. Slick shooting, good ball move. Wright sets a pick. Now Duran drives back out to Mills for 3. Pow! Sam Mills knocks down a much-needed 3-pointer. His 3rd of the game. That gets a lead back to 5 with 2:38 to play.
Tyreek.
Here's Duran into Devin White. White trying to back Stewart down. Goes to the rack. Off the glass and in. Devin White tried to atone for an off day yesterday. Abused Daniel Stewart to get it back to a 4-point edge.
They isolated him in the right block.
Feet, stayed in front of his defender, then got the steal. Now a pick and roll again, and the slam dunk by Devin White. It's the Devin White show at the Palestra.
Well, that's a great play at both ends by the redshirt junior. You're right, he gave room.
Duran keeps the dribble. To Galloway, deep 3 again. Ramon Galloway knocks down another 3. Explorers by 9.
It was Darnell Harris range right there. He was way beyond the arc on the right wing.
And needless to say, coast to coast. Gets a shot blocked from behind by Peterson. Duran gets it. Outlet pass to White in the open court. Throws it down. Explorers are up by a game high 14 points after DJ Peterson started it on the other end.
But Galloway really forced it that.
Never seen. And at the buzzer, a 3-pointer from the arc. Knocked down by Miles. We'll say it's a 12-point game. That's going to do it. The Explorers bounce back from the loss yesterday to win it commanding 82-70. And